Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use some liquid white, which you can see that, Bob Ross liquid white. Get a tiniest amount of that on your little filbert brush. Put it to one side, just there, the side of where your white is. Now, I'm just going to run through titanium white, bit of that pinky colour in there too. This peachy pinky colour. Just a little bit though, you don't need a lot. And I want to load both sides of the brush. Tap into that. See, you get that little ridge. Then get some of the thinner, mix it in with that paint. Just in there. What you end up with is you end up with a row of paint going down. I'll start down here first. Tap, push and get a small tiny ridge. Just there on the front of the filbert. And then just on the tops of these, you just highlight them with some snow. Just in there. Some little snow on them trees. Just working on the top stuff at the moment. Because when the brush has got less paint on it, it always works well. When you get overloaded, you start picking up that base colour, it doesn't work as well for you. So tap out usually away from the pile, get some fresh white, and then you can just go back in there and it'll stand out nice. Want to leave it dark underneath just for now. Always going to be darker under there anyway because of the shadows. And just in top of that, just highlight a bit, something, maybe that's a bit further away. So tap it a bit more for when it's further away. And then maybe this one's got a bit more thicker snow on top. Just in there. Paint that thicker. And then push that in front of that. Just like so. So that's behind now. Keep mixing your paint up with the thinner, your oil paint, and then you can just carry on, just highlighting in there, just onto this where the shadows are. Don't kill all your shadows though, remember they need to stay there. I do want a lot of snow on these, it was a request from Jan. So I'm happy to be doing this for her and you all. She's a long-term subscriber. She's been painting along with me from the start, so nice to know. And just get a little bit of that just in there. Leave some of them with more shadows, it'll make them stand out a bit more. And that behind you can just leave that purple, that purpley colour. Fine with that. Use some of that colour as well, just in here. Just put some shadows in and stuff. Always helps. And then you can just blend down and I get some white. I can just come in here and makes that nice. Put a nice white edge on top of that. There. Got a little wobble on then at the end. No matter. That would be better. And then blend behind that. See that little shadow that's in there now? Even increase that a bit more by just picking up a bit more shadow tone. just in there. You can just keep doing that with that shadow, applying it in there in certain areas. Same up in here. A bit more to the blue side though for the shadows, not as much to the mauve. And then as it comes right down here, it'll get very bluish, very blue tones. Just in there. Same thing over in here, a bit more blending needed. Blend that out. Once you've blended it, you go back in with a clean white again. And then you just go in front of that. Just in front of it. And then blend underneath, and you get 2 layers then. Right, so again, just opening the bristles out by tapping hard. I'm just going to gently apply a bit of something just on there. Yeah, just a little bit. Keeping it much darker than what's either side of it. Again, I'm going to get some more white, just up in here, highlight tops of some of this. Just this side of it, I want it to be really white, so it's mounted up a little bit, like it does. Still not killing all that dark. You're keeping a lot of that shadow colour in there when you're doing this. It's the idea. Right, I'm going to switch brushes now. Go to a 1-inch brush, big one. So, in fact, before I do that, I'm going to go in here first. Just in here, and I'm going to create a little embankment by putting some shadow tone in first. Just some shadows. There's a bit of a, like an embankment. It comes right through here. In my mind, I'm seeing that because of this hill, and as you come further this way, it's going to get lighter and lighter because it's running out of colour, and that's just what we want. Just in there, a little bit darker maybe. Something about like that. So you just got that shadow in for this ridge. Might make it a bit darker actually. Just by bending the bristles, it gives you that bit of extra dark colour that you're after. See that? And then I can really blend it then and allow it to get lighter still. It's still going to get lighter as it goes this way, but it's just a bit darker than it was. So it just stands out that bit better. And, Something like that. And I'm just going to go to the knife, palette knife. I'm using this colour that's dirty still. It's got a bit of the purple in it and stuff like that. I'm just going to go and use the knife and pull some of that on there. And then here and there, just going to let it drop in there. Reload. Some more in. Just gently allow a bit of that in there. Not bothered about above at all. And then with that colour, I'm going to go and grab some of that. And add a tiny bit more of the blue tone colour which I mixed. So it's nice and dark, but maybe not that dark. It might be a bit too dark. Let me just put that over there. Grab some white. Let's mix it with some white. We're getting there. So we've got different textures of colour mixed with the knife. So I'm going to use a bit more of that to that. And then just in here, now and again, I'm just going to really gently allow it to graze over that. Just in there. Being bigger at this part and then getting smaller as you go, because it's going to get lighter. There. Something about like so. Now I'm just going to wipe the knife off. Right, filbert brush. Just straight titanium white. And just up in here, I want to reintegrate what I've just killed a bit, because I went a bit too high. Just put that in there first. Something like so. Right into that. I want that to almost disappear just in there. That water. Let's paint underneath that slightly. And then I'm going to come in, some snow, and just go right under that, all the way. Allowing it now and again to actually just blend up into it for the shadows. Now I'm just going to come up in here and create an area which goes there and then straight through to that part. By using the colour which I've just pulled off of there, I can go in there, create a shadow for it. A few more of that shadow colour going on up in there and in there. Bring it down through there too, maybe a bit down there. So you're breaking the edge up basically, so it's not too sharp. And then you're painting in between with the bits of dark. Now get some straight white. Go up into that and just let it run right through up there. And just now and again just come down and do that again. And pull that in the shadows. It's nice. Same again, I'm just gonna use some white in here. Put that through. Hopefully that'll pick up yet. It's much lighter now than that shadow behind. Nice. Push that out right up into there. And blend that shadow out, that shadow. Blend it right out. And then just in here, just going to work it a little bit. And like I said, shadows can just be blended into there. I'm just going to bring it right through it again. Like that, where I want it to come through. Maybe not so perfectly straight, but that'll do. Beauty of wet on wet. Blending. Snow is just amazing. So easy. Just got to make sure you get plenty of shadows in there for your snow to stand out.